to the channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're already a subscriber. Thank you guys so much for all of the support that you guys have been giving. I am loving interacting and having more content up for you guys and being more consistent. So thank you guys for participating as well. Today we are going through this box of goodness. Oh my gracious, I am beyond excited to go through this. I'm actually gonna move it off the table because there's no way that I could go through it on the table. One, the table's not big enough. Two, it wouldn't all probably fit in frame correctly. I'm gonna do my best to keep everything in frame per usual, but you know, albeit sometimes it does not go according to plan. So I placed an obnoxious sized order with scrapbook.com. It's obnoxious. There's everything and the kitchen sink and more in here. I was pleasantly surprised with some things. I'm awful at reading descriptions. To be completely honest, I'm awful about reading into the sizes of things in particular. And I just kind of take them at value or what I imagine them to be in my head. So I was very shocked when certain things came in and they were larger than expected. That was fun. So we're gonna go through each and every little piece and facet in this box, and there's a lot. So let's just dive in, shall we? So this bag, it looks like, is ephemera and a buttload of enamel dots. So I went down, there's not multiples, but there's a thing of sequins in here and it busted open, I guess, in transit. It's just thin plastic, so I understand how it occurred, but there's still just some floating around. So I went a little batty over enamel dots, like a little too batty, very batty. I have been watching a lot. This is the package that came out of this little tiny hole. I watch a lot of Inky Quill, Adele Toomey videos. So if you're familiar with her, you know her love of enamel dots. And I just got back into kind of project lifing. I've been posting more videos on the channel. So if you're a project lifer, feel free to head over and check those out. I am typically known for posting planner videos. So adding in project life has reappeared. It's not that it's never been on the channel before. But for whatever reason, this possessed me to believe that I needed a ton of enamel dots. I have enamel dots. I've had enamel dots, but they're very tailored to specific color palettes, and I haven't even broken into them, which is bizarre. So I felt the need to order a bajillion enamel dots. I don't know. Again, I was possessed. I was completely possessed, and you're gonna see how possessed exactly. There's also some ephemera and some thickers and things like that, and so we're gonna look at all of this. So, how best to do this? Oh my god, I haven't done a haul like this. Oh look, more sequins. Like they're gonna be popping out all over the place. My goodness. Okay, so maybe we'll talk about him first, just because he's falling all over. So this is, I'm checking to make sure I'm in frame and where the hell frame actually is. I'm sorry because there's a lot of light refracting going on. It's a cloudy day, so I've got the lights on a little bit. This is a little embellishment pack. So in the top are these gold sequins and then these holographic snowflakes and then some white stars. And on the bottom, in the bottom of the pack, are these really pretty snowflakes, but it looks like they're on like acetate. So it's like acetate, but on it is like a gold snowflake print. I hope that made sense. The back maybe is a little bit more descriptive. Okay. That is from Pink Paisley, the Together for Christmas kit. I really don't particularly have any rhyme or reason for it other than the fact that it was pretty. I'll be totally transparent about that. Sorry, I'm like paying attention to the lighting and I feel like the lights just went down. That was really funny. Oh, what's that? That's a really strange way to package that, but I do like those colors far more than I thought I was going to. Okay. Ta-da! The enamel. Here, we'll pull out all the enamel dots that we can muster. I don't know that those count as enamel dots. We can chart that course in a minute. Okay, everything okay with lighting? It's hard for me to particularly tell. Let's see. I'm trying to get better with these lighting situations. Just so that the picture comes in clear, but so it also looks accurate. That's like a constant life struggle. Okay, so on to enamel dots. Let me see if I can separate these into some clarity. Echo Park. Stories. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, wowzers. Okay. Like I said, I'm not good about reading descriptions. So clearly you see every size and shape known to man in this. This is tragic. Wow, sorry, I'm very overwhelmed and I just opened the box myself. So I'm giddy and excited about all this. So if I sound a little scrambled, that's why. Okay, so we're gonna start with what really kicked off the enamel dot craziness, which were the ones from Alt New. Is that how you say it? Alt New? They came out with their own line of enamel dots, and this is the Warm and Cozy. This is Shades of Purple, Seashore, the Sequin, Tropical Forest, and then this is our family collection. So here's the deal. I knew that I wanted enamel dots in every color family. So I needed red, orange, yellow, like Roy G. Biv. Then I wanted to make sure that I was getting black and white. I don't know if you guys have had trouble finding black and white enamel dots, but it's a rarity. It is very hard to find outside of a set. They're usually sold out pretty consistently. You have to basically sign up for notifications and then go purchase immediately. So I really didn't want to wait. And a lot of the Alt New ones were already starting to sell out. So they have a couple more colors. There's a pink. I think there's another blues color family. I know that there's a darker green set. There's like a black, white, gray set that was of course sold out. Things of that nature. But another thing I really liked about their set was that you got little stars and hearts as well, which I thought was really great. There's a ton on here. This is a huge sheet. It's a seat set, but a huge set. It's 163 pieces. So more enamel dots than I could ever need. There's so many brands. I think this other one was a really good find. I didn't realize that the shades were as pretty as they were. So I'm really excited to get some of the pink in here and then this like bluish gray kind of color. It's like a different kind of purple. Sorry, I keep checking my frame. So I'm gonna set these up there so that if you want to keep staring at them, that you can. So the reason I would have gotten all of them in just the Alt New if they had been available, but they weren't. I do like that there's alternative shapes. So to kind of nod to that, I'll pull out the Prima ones. So the Prima ones had like these butterflies and then some hearts. I liked the idea of having different size hearts, but I also like the idea of having the butterflies because a lot of what I use in particular, I use a lot of crepe paper products, a lot of Maggie Home products, and they tend to have a lot of butterflies. So I knew I could make use of that. I do have a couple things from Prima. I don't usually scrapbook with them. They're usually reserved for like junk journal type things because they're very detailed. And they just don't go with the vibe of things that I scrapbook. I'm curious, do you find that you gravitate towards one brand or another when it comes to different craft elements in your life? So for example, do you tend to use American Crafts when you scrapbook? And specifically, do you have a brand? Are you a Heidi Swap gal, Amy Tange girl, or do you just use it all? I definitely have a style of sticking with American Crafts, but I do tend to pigeonhole into the Maggie Holmes crepe paper world. So another brand I was really intrigued by was Hero Hues, because they had, it's 114 pieces, and I knew they looked a little bit smaller, which they definitely are. And one problem that I find with enamel dots when they get to the big ones, they're a lot harder to use. So I go through the tiny ones really fast. So I wanted to make sure I had some tinier. So I got this gorgeous kind of green set. I got a blue set and a pink. I filled in with these for what was missing with Alt New. So you can see where some of the colors do overlap, or it's like a smaller version of them, which is great. These are darker. And then there's really no pinks that got offered other than these pinks. So I've got a good assortment. I feel like I definitely hit the nail on the head with using these two brands to compensate for each other. Like I said, I'm trying to keep everything kind of in frame for you. I have reached out as well to Adele to ask her if I can utilize her buy it and try it style and her grab 5 style, because I really like how she does those videos, but I also don't want to step on her toes. If memory serves, she is okay with it, but I don't know yet, so don't quote me. And it's her creation, so it's totally up to her if she shares it with me or not. But I would love to adapt some of those videos for my channel as well, because everybody's got different product and everybody does different things with them. So from Echo Park, I grabbed these 3 sets. I will admit I am a little disappointed with the wedding set, and I need to go back and look because I don't know, I thought that was white and it's a cream. So we've got peach, cream, black, flesh color, and like a very light tan. And then I got the lumberjack set, which has black and white. And then I got the, what's it called? Happy Fall. And it's got like a really, 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 really dark brown and a white. So I knew that I was gonna struggle getting white and black, so I was gonna have to be okay with the other colors. I just wanted to pick sets that I would also use the other colors in. So I liked that I got a gray out of this one, because I think I have a gray in another set maybe, or something close. More or less, I hit every color. I'm about positive on it. So these are the ones from Echo Park. This doesn't have a count on them. 3, 6, 9, 12, 12 times 5, 60. So 60. So these are probably the least quantity for the price, I think, is what it comes out to. I definitely think the better buy are the Alt News and the Hero Hues from what I'm seeing. I will say the Hero Hues look like they have like a ring around the bottom. Like it's not as clean as the Alt News are. Now these from Wolf, here, wait, I'm gonna wait because those are my favorite right now. So from Simple Stories, I got the Say Cheese 2, which makes total sense for me because I have tons of Disney pictures. Sorry. And I did like the gold. I don't know that I knew it was that shimmery, but I can definitely utilize those gold in some Maggie Holmes stuff that I have. And then I did get the Winter Cottage. I'm not really sure what my logic was. Maybe that dark gray is what got me excited about it. Now these, I'm so excited about because they're little. So they're they're like the Hero Dot sizes. I think they get a little bit bigger that last row, but there's a lot of little ones, which I really, really like. And I like that the way the sets are laid out. There's the rainbow. Let's see if they have names on them. That'd be great. Special delivery. I want to order like 5 more of these because they're very muted tones and like a rust color almost, and this gray and then the black. These are like my favorite colors kind of palette, but I don't know. As funny as it is, I don't know that that means that they're going to match very well. I did get the unicorn and the botanical. There was 2 more that I opted out of, I think. One was someone's rainbow. It was like that, and then one was another like pastel, and I just had to kind of pick because I knew I already had a lot of these colors, so I didn't want to get too strung out. But I definitely, now having everything unpacked, I would definitely reorder the alt news as they come in. I would definitely get more of the wallflower because I do think that they were a good price point if memory serves. The hero hues are great. Not that Echo Perk wasn't, or that Simple Stories. I don't know. I just feel like you get more value out of these 3. That's just my opinion, or whatever that's worth. I would love to know, do you buy crafts along and along, or do you order? Typically, I find myself doing one big order a year, like a big hoarding type order, and it's usually about this time of year. It's usually in the fall. Or if I can get to a really good scrap show, sometimes that's my bigger haul. With Tuesday mornings being there, a lot of them closed, and a lot of them are really low on stock. So I haven't been able to shop along and along like I normally would. So I think it jumped up my time frame of when I would have done a big haul order, but I think it also made it worse because I kept thinking, okay, well, you're going to be running out your gas trying to go to Tuesday morning and get what you want, or you're going to miss out on stuff online. Like, go ahead and bite the bullet and get the stuff you want so you can kind of hunker down for the fall. Okay, so we're going to talk about this stack. So most of it is ephemera based, but there are some stickers and stamps in here. So we're just going to chat our way through that. So I got the Pink Paisley Lucky Us. I almost bought 2 of these, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. I have a lot of enamel hearts. And I thought that this set, and I still think that this set will go really well with them. But I also don't have a ton of Valentine's photos. Not to say that of course they're Valentine's themed, but that doesn't limit them. I don't know. I do like them. One thing I do like is that they're not glossy. They're like a matte sticker, which is really cool. I do like Pink Paisley a lot. Sometimes it can get a little too cartoon looking for my particular taste. But I do enjoy certain collections from Pink Paisley. So I love how I keep flipping through and be like, okay, what do I want to show next? These are the alpha stickers. There's 2 sets of alpha stickers that you can get for Magical Forest. This is a smaller set. This is actually really small. I'm trying to think because I don't have a ruler down here. I have my Cutter Bee scissors. So just to kind of show you, normally like a thicker sheet is like this large. So this is really, really small for stickers. I actually like that they're smaller. And it's just more of a low profile. That's kind of nice. We can do ephemera and a jiffy. Okay, so I did get some stamps. There's more, there's another stamp, there's some more stamp sets in the box. But this is, we've got one from the Marigold collection, which is brand new. It actually just launched. And then this is the Magical Forest. I'm a bunny mom and I have a ton of bunny pictures and a ton of kitten pictures. So even though I don't have kids, they're my fur children. And the Magical Forest collection just lent itself to all the bunnies and the kitten photos and all that would entail. So I was really excited to get that collection specifically to document some of those memories. We got 2 new bunnies this year. Wow, what a roller coaster that's been. We unfortunately lost our bun at the beginning of the year, and then my mom got her replacement bunny. And then started work for the vet's office and got a secondary bunny. All things that you don't need to know, but I'm just throwing them in there. So I thought that these were really great. I specifically liked the Marigold set for this bee. I like the wreath. I probably would not have purchased this set if it weren't for the fact I think I got everything from Marigold because it was new and it was fun and it was in my face. I've been staring at the stamp set since the release, so that was a must. Now on to ephemera goodies. So just touching on this really fast, these are from the Snowflake collection, so I'm really struggling to stay in the center of this frame, and I don't know why. These are puffy stickers, and normally I wouldn't go for the little puffy stickers, but I really liked them. I liked that these would probably work out better in Project Life than the bigger ones. I did really like the layered tags, and I waffled a lot on these, but I love a textural element, and the little bits of twine and, you know, glitter and stitching. I just thought, how cute would that be on a winter spread? There wasn't too much that I could find from the Snowflake collection as far as ephemera went. Well, that's kind of a lie, actually. Because I did okay finding everything, I want to say. And we'll get into the paper and things like that. But I actually have a ton from Snow and Cocoa. And I have a couple pieces of Merry Days. So I didn't want to go too crazy because I, like most people, I feel like, have that habit of hoarding the Christmas goodies. Sorry if you can hear the plane above my head. So let's separate these out a little into some stacks. So, like I said, I was really excited about the Magical Forest collection. So I did get the ephemera pack for that. Sorry, now I'm inspecting. So let's see if we can do this little guy. Like I said, I do want to do the buy it and try it style. So really I just want to unbox everything, and then I might try to shoot some of that style and we'll do some layouts. But all of these are really great. I almost bought 2, and I'm not saying that I won't go back and do that. Because when I'm done shooting this, then I'm going to riffle through all this like a 5-year-old. But if I did it on camera, it would take me 14 million years, probably. And I would ooh and ah at every little thing. Fresh bouquet. So in this one, this kind of, I don't know, this kind of reminds me of a couple. That's the great thing. Sorry, that was like 4 statements that I started and didn't finish. I love that crepe paper and Maggie Holmes. They stick to the same aesthetic, and they kind of roll things over a little bit. So you could mix collections up and you kind of would be none the wiser in some cases that one came from another. They're very easy to play with across the board and kind of borrow and roll over, which I really, really do enjoy. To me, Fresh Bouquet definitely has some of those vibes of Marigold, but it also kind of reminds me a lot of Heritage. Both of them do. Magical Forest kind of has some of the same colors, but not the same style, if that makes sense. But I do like this little ephemera kit. I don't know that I would buy a secondary of it, just looking at all the odds and ends. Then we have, yeah, I definitely think a second one of that is going to happen. Only because of these little cards and that bear for some reason speaking to me. Oh, and there's a little froglet. Okay, that's so stinking cute. So this is really weird. So there were two different ephemera styles that you could get for Marigold. So one has 40, one has 44. And the pieces are just fantastic. There's stuff on vellum, and I've been stamping on vellum a ton lately, but wow, just the gorgeousness. Even though it came with two, there might have to be a secondary order of those for sure. And then there's these florals, and you've got 5 embossed pieces, 5 vellum pieces, which is awesome. And then you've got these cardstock florals. So I think that this collection is gonna stretch for a really long time. And I couldn't get the 12 by 12 paper pad, but I think that's gonna be in my future. I did pick up the puffy stickers just because these were awfully precious. And again, I think that they lend themselves better to Project Life. Let's do the simple thing. I don't even know what kind of time I'm at, so I'm sorry, because this is probably gonna be a long one. Let's put these all off to the side. Okay, so I am very proud of myself because typically washi is my thing. I will buy all the washi, and I feel like if I buy the washi that I have completed the collection and I'm fine. However, I hoard the washi. I don't use washi in layouts, which is dumb. I'm very sparing about when I use the washi, which is ridiculous because you get 9 million yards of everything. Like it's 42 yards, 46 yards. Why am I hoarding 46 yards of tape? I don't understand. I do love them in my Hobonichi planner though, and like as accent pieces for when I don't want to use like stickers up. So it's great. But again, I reiterate, I'm a hoarder of the washi. So are you a user of the washi or a hoarder of the washi, or a little bit of both? I'm actually getting ready to, I think I'll end up finishing it before the end of the year. But a roll of washi I think is almost done. So my black and white polka dot, I think it's a white with a black polka dot on it, is almost finally used up. And that'll probably be the first roll of washi I've ever finished. I don't know how I feel about that because I only have 6 billion left to go. By the way, if you're looking for a really good storage solution for your washi, We Are Memory Keepers has a great storage box situation going on. I think they sell them on scrapbook.com, but I found them at Hobby Lobby and used my 40% off coupon, which isn't a bad thing. Anywho, back to the washi. So out of all the collections of stuff I bought from, I was very selective and picked, I liked the sticker rolls. Let me rephrase. I liked this sticker roll, the one with the deer and the chipmunks and things. I kind of refer to my mom's house as a cross between Alice in Wonderland and Mrs. Honey's house from, not Mrs. Doubtfire, Matilda. Where did I confuse Mrs. Doubtfire and Matilda in my brain? But I did. It looks like the sun's coming out, so if the lighting changes a bit, I'm sorry. because I'm in front of this giant ass window. But it's kind of like a cross between that. So we've had everything from hawks and owls and deer on the regular. We've had bunnies. We obviously have bunnies. So it was very fitting to make sure I had a ton of stickers. And I really, really loved those little whimsical elements. Plus, going into fall, I kind of thought all the squirrels would make great additions. The magical forest I was obsessed with. So that was a given, specifically this kind of like woodland print in the middle. That was a guaranteed. Everything else was a bonus after that. I did really like the fresh bouquet. I love the prints. I felt like they would be really easy to layer over or use individually. Again, my washi tends to end up in my Hobonichi as a documenting purpose. It does not tend to play well in my scrapbooking, mainly because I use printed stuff so much that unless the washi itself is really thick or thickly printed, there is a cat in the backyard that I've never seen before. And he's just started hanging out here. And we have several outdoor cats that we don't feed. But I'm very impressed by this new addition to our outdoor cat family. Sorry for the distraction on that. So back to crafting. So as I was saying, I was really proud of the restraint that I showed in my washi purchases of everything that I got. So I swear, you guys, I blacked out. I swear I did. I swear. We'll do this guy first. These are all stickers. So let's chat about stickers for a minute. And stickers. Oh, there are stickers. There's flat stickers. So I have always strongly resisted stickers. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why. And then you binge watch enough of Adele to eventually get to that place of where you're like, I can conquer anything. I will watch her videos. I will be inspired, and I will sticker and stick and plonk the world. I think a lot of it just had to do with mentally, and I'm curious if you guys do multiple craft projects. So I run the Etsy, and so that's kind of a different set of products. And sometimes one spills over into the other, so that's normal. So I have my Hobonichi, I have my Project Life, and I have the Etsy shop. So paper tends to fluctuate more between Project Life and the Etsy shop. Embellishments float between all three. It just kind of depends on, like, stamping and cardstocky type stuff tends to gravitate towards all three, but puffy and thick things tend to stay in Project Life land. So with me not doing Project Life so much, my brain didn't see thickers. And then it would be like when you're hunting for something and you, even though it's pretty and you come across it, you don't think about it because you're not in that phase of your crafting at the moment. You're in a other rabbit hole. So yeah, all that to say, watching a ton of her videos lately and then realizing that I really want to Project Life more in 2021 and through the fall. And as things calm down a little bit, I really want to open myself up to that. And I wanted to make sure I was well stocked. So I did get the set that goes with Magical Forest, which is very kid themed. That being said, I'm not expecting or anything, calm down. I have lots of pictures of my baby cousins. They're not really babies and they're not really my cousins anymore. They're like 10 and 8. But I do have pictures of them from 5 years ago when they were still a little bit little. And I'm coming up on Project Lifing some of them. So I just wanted to be able to have them. Plus, I'd love to go back and do some of their baby photos for their mom, because their mom does like when I post that kind of stuff. Plus I can certainly use certain ones for other purposes. And then Owen is Jeffrey's actual nephew, and I have pictures of him. So it would be nice to have those memories kept as well. These are the Flourish alphas, and they are beautiful. That looks like a comma, something that's gone rogue. I wonder where it came from. Who knows? And I love that the center on these O's somehow stayed, but the one on those didn't. That's strange. The Wonderful World of Thicker Alphas. I always get really nervous because they can get bent really easy. So I've been like I opened everything up to start kind of inspecting it prior to camera because I didn't want to be disappointed. These were a find, let me tell you. These are glitter alphas that are supposed to go with the Good Vibes collection, which they're actually re-releasing. And I'm really excited because they have stamps. Stamps have become my new hoarding thing as well, because to me, stamps mean infinite stickers and ephemera, because you can even if you run out of every single piece of like sticker ephemera, you can always stamp a new one. Plus, I love stamping them and coloring them in my Hobonichi. So we have Magical Forest stickers. I don't know, even though I feel like I'm going to stretch that collection out, it is a bit of a toughie because I do love it for all the woodland creatures, but it is very, very much so children themed. Fresh Bouquet has gorgeous cardstock stickers. And normally I'm not a big cardstock fan because I want it to like clearly matte on there and not have a border. But I have noticed with my Project Life that is a bit tougher because you can't always stick a clear sticker and it look the same. So this kind of guarantees that it will pop off the page better and be noticeable. I am very surprised that I purchased these. These are from, what is it? The Sweet something. What is it? Sweet Story. If I took 5 minutes and read. And they're thickers and they're glossy. And this is not a normal thing for me. By the way, this many thickers is not normal for me. But there was something oddly whimsical about them that I enjoyed. And I don't know, they're gonna take a while to get through. This is again why I really wanna do a buy it and try it, and why I want to do the grab 5, because I feel like it will help me use things like this that I was really excited about, but I know if I don't use soon, they will go into an abyss and never come out. These are the cardstock stickers from Sweet Story. I love that. You are my wish come true. Mixed feelings on what these are going to get used for. I feel like Sweet Story kind of bounced all over the place. It reminded me a lot of All Heart, if you've seen that collection, and I love it, and I've done several spreads in it that are up on the channel. But there was also something childish about it and summery, and I don't typically have a lot of summery style videos, so I don't know. We're gonna see how that irons out in the end. These are the Magic Forest alphas, and I like that they almost look like paper clips, or they overlap. They're so gorgeous. I'm really proud of myself because I didn't order duplicates of pretty much anything ephemera related. Paper, yes. Stickers and ephemera, no, because unless I can see it and touch it and feel it, I get really nervous, and I am really glad because I don't know that I would have loved a second set of these. And that's not to say that it won't grow on me. But I will start checking like Tuesday mornings when I'm out there versus driving out there every time I turn around. Plus, I know that the collections at Joann's will rotate out, so it'll be good for me to keep my eyes peeled for things like that. These are from Fresh Bouquet. These are thickers. I've never seen them do anything like this. I'm a little nervous about some of the ones that are super stark white or have a lot of white border. I think I'll make good use of the bigger floral pieces just fine, but this could prove a challenge. And I know that sounds silly, and I've said that with a couple things, like, and so your thought goes to, well, why did you get it? Well, I'm also a very OCD person, and I need to feel like I have a very firm grasp of the collection, because the reality is when I do a spread that's themed off Marigold, I'm gonna pull everything out, every enamel dot that I think will go with it, every sticker, and I'm gonna sit it right there in the space. And a lot of times I'm not working out of a studio, I'm working out of almost like a crop bag of goodies. So having it all together and not having to fumble for what I think might work is crucial. These are from Marigold. These are the cardstock stickers. I don't know whose vibes I'm really getting, because the joy kind of harkens to one of the Christmas collections. This reminds me of Willow Lane, Flourish. Lots of the florals look like the heritage stuff too. I'm curious, what is your favorite crepe paper collection? Like I said, I am a crepe paper fanatic, so, and American Crafts, obviously, but this is definitely hoarding and OCD at its finest. I love it's called Mwahaha. I was surprised. I thought these were going to be foam. Again, this is me not reading descriptions worth a darn. But they're glossy and they're beautiful, and I'm really excited. I don't have a lot of Halloween pictures, but I do have, there was a Halloween party that we threw last year, and then I do dress up every Halloween. So I have pictures that I'll be able to use and use these up on, and they'll probably last me a couple years actually. These were really cool from Fifth and Monaco. They're matte, so they're not glossy, which is great to sometimes have like the mixture of matte and glossy and foam when it comes to thickers, because you can use different thickers from different sets and create a different look, which is great. But these are from the Fifth and Monaco collection, so they're just titles, and they don't come up as one, they come up individually, which I kind of like. So that would be great to play with. Next. This is absurd. This is so absurd. The paper is going to take us a minute, too. So I hope you guys are getting some snacks. Okay. So, that's a strange way to do it. Okay. So, this was the thing where I was like, oh, that's really, really big. This was my thought, that I was going to get these. I'm going to stamp them and DIY some ephemera, which I thought was great. This was not what I had in mind. Other than a 12 by 12 layout, I have no idea how I'm going to use these. None. So that's going to have to be reserved for a whole try it and buy it and paint fiesta. So we'll see how that goes. But these are from Prima. They're huge. They're beautiful. I'm not disappointed. I'm very glad I got them. Use a non-alcoholic baby wipe. Good to know. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, I thought stamping these on a bunch of like watercolor paper and then painting them would be really fun, and kind of making die cuts of my own would be a really fun experiment. So these are sticker books that I got. Let's see how, I did bring my little cutter bee scissors down here, so if we had to use force, we had force. So these are our 202 stickers, and they're all on clear. These are actually glittered, which is cool. These are from the Hey Pumpkin collection. through Crate Paper. I have also been really in love with the Pebbles Spooky collection, but most of it is sold out, and I'm actually pre-filming this, so Halloween hasn't even happened this year yet. I don't know even when I'm posting this, but these would be great to use in the Hobonichi and just kind of document that way. But I also think I could make use of these in Project Life elements as well. So I'm jazzed to use those. This is the Marigold sticker book. This is really cool because they're clear, but they look pretty thick. Like I could probably put them on a print paper and it not be the end of the world. Most of these kind of sticker books end up in my travel bag for my Hobonichi and planner and such because these are gorgeous. That's where I'll use them. Oh, these are all card stocked. Oh, this is great. I love these. And it's the same sayings, just in 3 different colors. And I've been noticing that they've been doing that they have like the phrases that repeat. And I really, really do like that because it lets you not feel like you need to hoard the sticker, that you're going to get like a second shot at it, more or less. That's a strange printing. Oh, it came off the... I'll have to fix that. It's like off its center. There we go. And again, these are all on clear. I want to see. Oh my God, there's alphas, people. Yeah. These are probably going to be best suited for my Hobonichi, except for these. Oh my word. These are cardstock alphas. How fantastic is that? I love it. These are the Sweet Stories stickers. These are all on clear as well, except for those look like cardstock. So we've got clear and cardstock. We've got clear, cardstock, clear, clear, clear. Funky alphas. Wow. I like that. Frames. And then cardstock again in those 3 different colors. Awesome. Okay, so I think these are some of my favorite buys. Again, those are great. Those are gonna prove to be super useful. This many supplies will keep me entertained through the end of 2020 for sure. So I'm gonna save this for a minute and then we can dive headfirst into paper pad land and paper. Again, this video is probably far lengthier than I imagined. So I did get 2 Heidi Swap things. I was gonna rabbit hole a little bit and get more, but I had to stop because we were at an obscene amount. And scrapbook.com has quit doing any type of couponage, which is making me really ornery, actually. But I got this stamp set and it's got some very nifty elements for documenting trips and travel and just everydayness. So I liked specifically the little weather block and then the place and highlights because I want to stamp that on a couple things and maybe keep it with me as I travel because then I can like write the name of the place and maybe put a photo here or write something specific instead of a short novel, which I tend to do. I also loved all the different star elements. I do have a lot of Heidi's stamps and they're always really well priced. I like the Your Best Life as well, the mood, because that kind of matched the all heart that I had. I just thought these would translate really well with multiple collections. The floral is really nice as well. It's this really pretty floral. I think this was a part of the Honey and Spice collection, and I'm still so bitter about not having those alphas because I should have bought them, and I waited and now they're sold out everywhere. I hope she re-releases them. I did get some Storyline page protector and refill pages. So this is confusing because even though it is 36 pieces, which makes you think that there are 36 envelopes, that is not the case. I'm trying to see, 12 page protectors. So it's 12 page protectors. If anyone, I haven't tried this yet. By the time I post this video, I should know because I'll unpackage everything and I'll try to remember to put it in the description. How many inserts do you need per Storyline? I lucked out and got the Hawthorne version at my Michael's for $9, and I think they were originally priced at like $36, which admittedly is absurd, and I would have never paid $36. I don't even know that I would have paid like half of that. I'll pay $9 for sure. And it was the book, and it was some of the page protectors and refills. So when I saw that these were only like $5, I thought, okay, cool, let me get those. I went on a really big haul for Project Life at the beginning of the year. When they were really announcing that they weren't going to be doing physical as much anymore, that they were kind of changing gears. So in an anticipation of the world ending, I bought a bunch of stuff like that. So this is more of like a backup album for when all those run out, or if I want to theme this in some particular way at some point. I thought this might be a good one to have and throw on the shelf and kind of have as a backup because it's very reminiscent of Project Life, but it's not as large. It's more of that 12 by 12 style because you don't have the pockets. I think you can buy pockets as well, maybe, or pockets that it'll always fit that. But that's what that's all about. Not that we meant to go down that rabbit hole. So now we get to break out the scissors. We are going to so some of this is paper and some of it is chipboard. So let's do chipboard and then we'll go down paper alley. Am I in frame? Probably not. Let me move some things. I won't even know I'm in frame until I watch all this back, if I even watch all this back, because this is kind of long. Longer than I planned. But, I mean, it's a big box of goodies. What do you want? So these are the chipboard stickers from Fresh Bouquet. I got Marigold, which is funny because I've been liking everything from Marigold, I feel like, but I'm not as obsessed as I thought I would be about this, and I really love the Fresh Bouquet. I love how my voice completely changed in that one flash of a moment. This is kind of nodding to the thickers ordeal. I've been getting into the cardstock elements. Again, this is all because of watching Adele. I blame her for this debauchery. Ooh, knocking everything everywhere. These are Magical Forest chipboard. I just think that, especially on a 12 by 12 layout, which I don't do that often, but on a 12 by 12 layout, having all of these textural elements is so important. Even if you're doing pocket pages, something as simple as like these little stars, or using this in the center of a DIY Project Life card is so fun because it just leaps and it does all the work for you. You don't have to sit there with foam and play with it. It's just simple. It's stick and plonk, and I love that. Oh, these are so cute. I don't know that I would willingly purchase a second set. It's going to take everything in me. These would go really well with Willow Lane even. That's very similar to that. I think I even have Willow Lane thicker chipboard. The gateway to my chipboard thicker problem was 100% Tuesday morning, because I kept thinking, I was like, okay, you don't have alphas really other than stamps. This is a great way to bump up the quality of your spreads, and they're cheap here. And so you can try them and buy them and see if you like them. And that just tumbled me right into insanity. This is Snowflake's chipboard. And I did get a lot from Snowflake. That's why I bought the chipboard. I usually, this is so bizarre. So I was going to say, did I end up with the sweet shop too, or whatever it is? How deep I go into a collection is strictly based off paper first. So I kind of look at how much paper I have, or I like from that collection. Then it goes into how much ephemera that I'm typically using. So I think about stickers that I use across all platforms. Like, how much of that did I get? Then how much ephemera did I get that's like the die cut? Okay, cool. Then from there it's like washi, no washi. And then you look at how much you have from one particular collection. And if you've got almost all of it, go ahead and get the chipboard, because it's kind of like an extra element. And if you're playing with all of them, you might as well get all of them. That was confusing. If you're already buying everything from the collection except for the damn chipboard, get the chipboard. I think it's worth it. Okay, now we're going to go through this. And this should be faster. Should we do single shades first? Yes. I adapted an accent in there. Oh my god, I'm going to have so much fun taking this and separating it. I was a little bummed because it looked like my corner got bent in transit, but I'm trying to just live with it, because God knows I really don't feel like dealing with any kind of return process at this point. I will say scrapbook.com is really good. I got a really bad pack of rub-ons once, and they just sent me a brand new one, which was fantastic. We didn't have to go through reshipment and pictures and all of that. So this is absurd. I think this is my whole order, to be fair. Yeah, it was 3 pages worth of orders. So yeah, we were gonna be here for a minute, people. I love keeping these as pencil boards, so if you ever wonder what to do. Okay, so we're gonna chat about my single sheets problem. Sometimes in a collection, there is just that one page that is the catalyst and sets everything out of whack. And I am going to impatiently wait for the collections to switch over in stores and see what makes it before I do a reorder. But I know for a fact I want a second of this paper, if not a third. I'm obsessed with it. I love that handwriting style. I don't really care for the back, so I'm not that worried about the back. Can please, Lord, tell me that I'm not going to flip all of these out of frame. So let me get my little tiny stool that lets me crawl up here and see. Okay. There we are. Okay, so that whole page is in frame. You will see it for all of the glory and goodness it is. And I will try my best to stay in this bracket. That's the back. This is from Heritage, obviously, hence Heritage. I didn't have this. Thankfully, Joann's got a ton of the Heritage collection, but they didn't have this. I don't love the back of this. I have some of the smaller paper pads, but I did like this for some reason. I don't exactly know what I'm going to use it for, though. I do like this, and I do have a copy of it in the paper pad, but there's only one. So this was a secondary kind of thing for me. I wanted to have this cut apart page. It's in the paper pad, but I really loved this. And I don't think, this design may be in there actually. But it's a project pad, so it's not like a normal 12 by 12 paper pad where you get 2 of each style. So I really wanted to make sure I could use the cut apart for what I wanted, but that I could take advantage of this because I thought that was really pretty. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. This was really bright and fun to me, and I do really actually enjoy both sides, so this might have to be a rebuy. I did not get the Sweet Story mini album. I don't know why. That does not sound like me. As strange as that sounds, that does not sound like me. I may have to go back and check my order and make sure that something didn't get left out, actually, because I might have bit the bullet and gotten a smaller paper pad just because I had a lot of ephemera, but not as much paper. This is beautiful. I do really, really like, and I have the foiled version. And I think there's a version like in the paper pad I have too. Oh, this is really cute and simple on the back. Oh wow, I like that. That might have to be a reorder. There's a smaller version of this in the 6x8 paper pad that I have. But I did want to have one that I could almost cut apart or put over. I don't know that I'm going to get a second of that. Maybe I did get enough Sweet Story to compensate the 6x8 pad. I do like these, it almost makes me think of a mandala, but it's like a print. It's a very eloquent print that I like. And this is kind of the same, this is the same thing, blown up, bigger, and a color. That's really pretty. I like the back side of that one too. I did get a lot of the Magical Forest paper in duplicates because I liked it, obviously, but finding the 12 by 12 paper pad was impossible. I don't know if they're going to re-release it, so I just bit the bullet. I think I did get 2 of these because I really love them. Mainly for the rabbit and the bunny. I like bears. Having the mouse was cute, the fox. It was just very whimsical. And so I did get 2. And on the back, there's these really pretty hearts. And I really, really liked the heart pattern, which is why I did get this, and we'll flip this in a minute. I can never say no to a cut apart page, and they always make me super nervous because most of the time the cut apart pages don't end up in the 6x8 pad. So if you like the back, you automatically have to get 2. That's so unfair. But I do like that cut apart. This is really cute, and I liked how Adele used hers. I do like the back as well, so I don't know if I'm gonna leave this whole and maybe do like a birthday party theme on it, or if I'm gonna order a second one or cut it in half or something, like maybe, I don't know. This is gonna be a tricky one to play with, and I don't think it came in the 6x8 pad, so I'm gonna have to work with what I've got. I know the swatchy version is in here. So this is shrunken down smaller in the 6x8 pad. This is really random considering there's so much Maggie Holmes, but this is from the Ivy, Indigo and Ivy. And I just liked it. I do have the project pad from that collection that I got at a Joann's. So I'll just throw that in with that stuff and it'll work out just fine. I didn't need to buy anything excessive for that. I think there are 2. Are there 2 of these? No. I'm definitely going to have to go back and check my orders just to make sure. But I do like all the bunnies and kittens and things. I do try to remember too what I have in 12 by 12 and what's also in the 6 by 8 because I don't Like this one's really pretty. It's like a gold foiled version. I'm so excited to go through that. I'm bummed that some of those I missed out on in a 12 by 12. And I really do hope that I get the chance to get a big 12 by 12 paper pad for this, because I love the prints that collection had. Magical Forest, I should have bought it from the onset, admittedly. This was one I'm glad I got. This is where the fun stuff happens. Grow like a wildflower, love you to the moon, let's play, make your own magic. Like it does have that really childlike element to it as a collection. I'm not entirely sure why I bought 2 of these. As sad as that is, because I feel like I have a lot of things that are like this, and this is in the 6 by 8, and I'm not sure what I was thinking with all the strawberries. Oh well. This is another one of the indigo and ivies. This I want 19 of. This paper pad hasn't come out yet, the Marigold 12 by 12, but I will definitely have to grab it, I feel like, when it comes out, because that print is too gorgeous. Another thing that I have noticed with individual papers versus paper pad is the quality is different. If you get a 6 by 8 pad, you do tend to get like foiled embellishments a lot of the time. But then if you get just a plain 12 by 12 pad, the colors somehow come out muted every once in a while, and the paper is thinner. So if you have any mixed media ambitions over that paper, it can get a little tricky. So that's my tidbit for the day as well, that sometimes the thicker, or the cardstock is thicker with the double-sided. I didn't realize this was numbered, and I mixed motioned on it. I think I might end up doing like a 6 by 12 spread and cutting it so that I can use this part for something else again. That would be really cool. This is a really pretty vintage print, but this cut apart page on the other side is why I got it. It is gorgeous. I hate it because I want this one. I really want this one. I needed this. And that's going to be like some wonky offset on the other side. That'll never work. So that might have to be a reorder. This is stupid pretty. I try to keep my duplicates to a minimum until they get here. So I'm really proud I showed some general restraint. That's cute. I do love a good cut apart page because it's always like an extra stack of ephemera. That's really nice. Oh, is that the other one? Is there another one of these already? And I was thinking that maybe I missed it. Oh, who knows? I won't know until I separate all this out after this lovely video. But I do love this. This was one of my favorite papers. I think the quantity on that one was getting low, and that's what eventually made me hit the whole like purchase thing. So, bunnies. I didn't know that it was going to have like all these little embellishments, but I'm so excited because Jessica, the bunny, yes, Jessica Rabbit, named for Jessica Rabbit, Roger Rabbit, who framed Roger Rabbit. Sorry, my phone rang, so if that jumps really weird or cut my voice off or did something funky, that's why, because my phone rang, kicked everything off, blah, 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 blah. So then I had to put my phone back. Hopefully everything is set up good enough to where it wasn't jolting to everyone. So these are still single sheets, but they're specialty paper. So we've got the foil on vellum for Fresh Bouquet. I would like another sheet of this, but I would like to see if it goes to like a Joann's. This I was kind of disappointed in because it's a foil on cardstock. It's beautiful, but I think it would have made for a better foil on vellum, like if it had all been colored like that and then on a vellum personally. Still no less gorgeous, still Christmassy. This is really cool. This is for the Marigold collection. It has like a scalloped edge. So I'm really excited to use that for a 12 by 12 layout. That will be stupendous. This is also from Marigold. It's really simple. It's almost like brush stroked leaves. Again, that would have to be one of those. I would have to wait and see if it goes to Joann's. I'm really disappointed with the collections that came in to Joann's. I'm not gonna lie. I think maybe I'm just bitter because there's no crate paper. That's probably the case, actually. And then the One Canoe 2 is a redo of parts and pieces that I already have. I do want to get some of the 12 by 12 papers, but I'm gonna wait until they start getting clearance, because I just do. They actually have a really pretty watercolor one that I think I want to get and play with. I do like One Canoe 2 as well. It's a little hit or miss for me sometimes, and I think I was really excited because I wanted to use them for like outdoorsy type photos, which by this point I've already posted a spread that I did with the Twilight collection. That's what's out right now. Or at least when I'm filming this. I don't know. I doubt it'll be gone before I post this haul video. But I did use elements from that collection. I do like it. It is a really pretty collection. I will be curious to see how I use like something like that. If I'll just do like a cut apart for it. I don't know. That's tricky. That's a tricky one. The thing about 6x8 that I like is it lets you get the print of the 12 by 12. It is a little bit smaller, obviously, but I also like that, like, I don't know how I'm going to use that. Oh, and that's weird. I'm going to sneeze. I can feel it coming. Excuse me. Yes, I'm fully aware that I sneeze like a squeaky toy. But I do like that oh, it is in there to some extent. That's good to know. But I do like that it makes it easier to make like Project Life cards from this to where you don't feel like you lose the print entirely. And this one's actually really cool because it's not repeating. I love the rose gold in this instead of the black and white. But I also, normally it would repeat the pattern, so I am kind of sad that this pattern is not going to get repeated. It just makes it easier to make Project Life cards. I love all the foil elements. I definitely want a 12 by 12 paper pad of Magical Forest a lot, because I love these two prints right here a lot. I would love to have this page, the one with the unicorn on it, in a 12 by 12. All right, so Fresh Bouquet. I will be attempting to get my hands on the Magical Forest and the Marigold 12 by 12 paper pads, but they haven't been released yet, at least not on scrapbook.com that I can find. I might try some other avenues. I've been enjoying a cherry on top. I think I've done 2. I was very upset with the first order I did with them, though. Through no fault of their own, FedEx had an issue, and like the contents of my package basically fell out, and they didn't catch it, notice it, whatever, or tuck it back in. and it was all like clearance merchandise, and it was like the last of what they had. It was really sad. So they had to just refund me completely, which really sucked for both of us. We were all very sad. But the customer service was fantastic. All right, I am gonna try, I think this whole thing's in frame. So this is a cut apart page. This is kind of like that mandala look again. We're gonna do just kind of a fast flip. I am not a fan of these bow pages. I have some from Heritage that are going to be a challenge to get rid of. Now this I really like for some weird twisted reason. I'm excited to like cut them apart somehow, some way, and utilize them like a calendar. I'm not gonna lie, I specifically bought the whole damn pad just so I could have extras of those bunnies. This is really nice too. And then we're back to that cut apart, and it just repeats the designs. I do try to get 12 by 12 pads if I'm really feeling that collection. Again, it's the OCD thing more than anything. I want all the papers to match. I want it to feel matchy. I want it to feel cohesive. That's just my personal style. I know plenty of people that can mix and match all over the board. I do it as well. Like I have a scrap drawer that I utilize. So I'd love to know, are you super OCD and you like to use everything in one collection? Or are you good at mixing and matching? I feel like my voice is changing because I'm getting tired. This is a hefty load of goodies for sure. I'm mixed emotioned about this because I probably could have waited a little bit and gotten a hold of this through Tuesday morning, but I was really concerned with just the current state of things, how it's been really sparse, and I expected to see a lot more Halloween stuff and didn't, so I was disappointed. And I didn't want to hold out for Christmas. If I end up being able to get some duplicates out of it during the holidays, then that's fine. But I didn't want to wait and then be out some things that I really did want. And I do intend to get this washi. It was sold out at the time of my order. Like I said, I have a lot of Snow and Cocoa. I do have some Merry Days as well. So I didn't go as ham on like the embellishments. So I didn't get the stamp set that they had. I love this. This was one of my favorites. I didn't buy individual really, other than that. Oh, I like that it repeats. I really do love a good cut apart page, but I liked that it was more winter themed, not just exclusively Christmas. That helped. This, I think I wanted this almost as an individual, and then the more I thought about it, I really liked the idea of having multiples. I loved this too. There was just a lot about this particular, which is, I don't have this stamp, and now I wish I did. And it actually matches a Merry Days stamp set. But like this, I could probably use with like the Magical Forest stuff. That's very similar. And this is a pretty cut apart page. And then it just repeats that whole series. So that's it. That's the end of the debauchery. I am super thrilled with everything. I would definitely be on the lookout for duplicates. Let me know in the comments down below about all of the fun questions I asked, from hoarding to scrapbooking styles and more. As always, I hope this wasn't too chatty. I know it was probably long and far more than you bargained for, but I just wanted to share all the goodness with you. If you have a question about any particular product, feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer and try to help out a fellow crafter. But otherwise, I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday season, or the beginning of it, or wherever we are in the holiday season at this point. And until the next time, happy crafting.